Well, Justin, is there anything, considering that we've had 8 days of camp, Greg's been able to get out there, what, three times, twice?
We've had 2 video photo opportunities in the last 8 days. Yeah.
Just anything, Justin, that you're interested in regards to what maybe Greg's taken in here in the first 8 days?
I just a couple thoughts on fall camp so far and the injuries, if I may. So my kind of take on everything is like with Maverick Noonan, right? Maverick Noonan was a freshman that actually performed pretty well in the spring game. So we're actually pretty excited about him, but
had a great spring.
He did. Yeah. And for Maverick Noonan, the thing to me is that at least on the bright side, that we're not running the risk that he will burn his red shirt, because I do believe that potential was there, especially with the issues we have with the pass rush, and Noonan kind of showing his pass rush capabilities in the spring game and stuff like that. So just a kind of a little bit of something there to take out of that, but feel really bad for him.
I was shocked when I heard Coach Rule say that he was out for the year today. Just out there, because I mean, I've known Maverick, I don't know, 5 years. I've been covering him, and great kid. Obviously takes after his dad, and just loves the game of football so much, and just loves to get after the quarterback. And I think he was a guy that would have actually, been a guy that made the 110 and had some opportunities there, in a few games to actually show his stuff. But unfortunately, we're not going to see him this year. And thank God it's not an ACL type of an injury, as far as what we heard from Coach Rule today.
Yeah, it didn't sound like he had a lot of concern with it being any kind of structural issue. And I think outside of that, first off, everybody needs to listen to the speech that's on that video you referenced earlier, the Matt Rule speech about the 10%ers. That kind of explains this 10% thing that we saw on Twitter a while back. But it's a very good speech for anybody. But you can tell just how he has those players disciplined and how bought in they are. And with that, his whole thing is the thing that I took away the most out of that was the fact that he is telling these kids, I don't care what your stars were. I don't care what your rating were. I don't care if you're on scholarship. The players that play the hardest are going to be out here with me. And in my opinion, I think that was the issue with Frost a lot of the times, is he went with his guys over the guys who were working the hardest.
Exactly.
So I think that's going to be a huge change this year. So that one made me, feel good about it. And then the wide receiver depth, that's turning into a concern quickly. So
it is, but like Coach Rule says, is that it gives a lot of other guys opportunities to get a bunch more reps. And the way he talks is he's got faith in about anybody that he's brought in, and he's willing to give anybody a chance.
Yeah, he opened when he was talking about the injuries, he's like, I'm here to talk about the guys we're playing with,
Exactly. That's his attitude. Yeah. We're not going to harp on the injuries. We're going to go with what we got right now.
No excuses, next man up. So
yep.
For sure.
Justin, what do you consider to be the key positions over the next few weeks to get prepared for Minnesota?
Honestly, offensive line, he talked about being comfortable, finding 7 guys he's comfortable with. I don't know if I should read in too much of the fact that he was saying feels comfortable with. I don't know if that means there's a lot of opportunities at the position, and he's going to kind of have to filter through guys, move guys around, and see where they fit best. I think that's going to be the biggest thing for me, is just seeing how that offensive line plays out, because Latovsky, a bright future, but, and then we have Gunnar Nelson. It's just like we have a lot of these guys that we feel like can develop and be good, but it's just like, it seems like something keeps happening. But I do expect Raiola to make some improvements on that. And like I said on the other video, we got to walk before we can run. So improvement is an improvement at the end of the day. So.
And I agree definitely, because you know, right now, excuse me, really with Teddy Prohaska and Nuri Newellen, you know, not 100%, that you have opportunities for other guys. You know, Gunnar Gatula, you know, I know Coach talks highly about him, but he is still a freshman. I mean, I'm obviously a guy that I know very well for many years. Henry Lutovsky, a guy that, you know, I went and watched when he was a high school senior, and you know, he just made me drool watching him. And I mean, he is definitely, he's capable. That, you know, he does. I think he deserves a shot to be one of those type of starters. So I really do. I see about 6 guys right now that they can count on for sure. And maybe you're throwing in, you know, one of the other newcomers, or, you know, it's kind of hard to say, but I don't think, you know, I mean, you hear Coach talk about Gunner and about Sam Sledge a lot. I really think that they're at least a year away from actually being that type of a guy. So you got to go more, you know, rely on the guys that you already have. But the nice thing about it is that you're in year 2 under Donovan Raiola now.
Yep. And
I've really seen a different attitude and a buy-in from that group across the board. And, you know, I know that things haven't looked good in the past, and most fans are always going to harp on that offensive line first and foremost. I say just give them a chance and see, because they're going to be running a different type of offense. I mean, obviously, you know, their goal is to run the ball, hold on to the ball, protect the quarterback. And, you know, we're going to see. They're not going to be thrown into a bunch of situations like they were last year or the year before under 2 different offensive coordinators. So we'll see. We'll see how it looks. But I have a lot of faith in them, and I know I get beat up a lot on this show about, you know, my loyalty to the offensive line and to Coach Raiola. But I'm a believer right now until they prove different.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a believer in Raiola too. But yeah, I was looking through names: Justin Evans Jenkins, Gunnar Nelson, Sam Sledge, like you mentioned. Just, but just with the physicality and how much they're harping on physicality, I think that alone will make us see a drastic improvement in the trenches. So on both sides of the ball. So
yeah, and being there and seeing them in person, they've never looked better. I mean, just physically and in shape than I can remember in my, I don't know, my 13 years back here since, you know, leaving Nashville. So it's something pretty, it's exciting to have a little bit of faith in the offensive line, you know, as far as I'm concerned.
Agreed. Yeah.
We've got Justin Adams here. Justin and I recorded the other day. Check out those videos right here at the Voice of College Football. And Justin is going to be hosting our post-game coverage right here at the Voice of College Football. And of course, it all gets started August 31st against Minnesota. So directly after the game, hopefully celebrate with Justin. If you need to drown a few tears, Justin will also be available, but hoping for better things and for a celebration on Thursday night in Minneapolis. So join Justin right here at the Voice of College Football, Nebraska, for post-game coverage.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I will try to make it as happy as I can on the I know they're inevitable. I've learned to kind of make the most out of it. I just kind of get sad more than mad at this point. So it's really helped me out a lot. Just, I'm conditioned to it at this point. So I got y'all.
Am I reading a prediction in there about the outcome?
Yeah. Well, I got my prediction, but I don't like to say it because it doesn't sound the greatest.
Uh-oh.
Fair enough.
Okay.
7-5.
Well, as we talked about the other day, Justin, you're in a good position, at least in regards to our post game, because if Nebraska continues to lose, you can just throw up your hands and say, hey,
it's Mark's
this
fault.
has been going on for a long time. So, hey, I didn't bring it, but if there's a dramatic turnaround this year, you can take the credit.
So that's my good luck koala right there. So okay. I put that there for that purpose. So he just got there. So he'll be there all season.
Okay. Is there such a thing as a good luck koala? I guess there is now.
I just kind of made that his name. He's Good Luck Koala. So
very nice. Justin, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. And again, everyone, make it a habit once we kick off on Thursday night, August 31st, to join Justin after every Nebraska football game.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. And appreciate the time, Greg and Mark. And I'm going to go listen to the rest of it with y'all. And I will see everybody at the Husker post games. So, all right.
Thanks, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good.
Have a good night.
Take care, Greg.